Right now, about 7,700 people are still without power 3 days after those huge winds over the weekend.
And some schools are closed again today because of it as well. Today, 5 school campuses in Jeffco are shut down. That is fewer than Monday, but still don't have a definite timeline for when power will be back on. Xcel told us more than 500 crew members are working to inspect lines, repair damage, and restore service. They also say some outages may last through today, especially in Arvada and Boulder. This, of course, is causing a lot of frustration for people. One woman living on Lookout Mountain just got her power back on last night. She says the whole time it was out, she could not get a straight answer from Xcel.
So instead, they're choosing to leave residents without power, water, heat, and zero updates. So we get that the power is going to go out. We know where we live. We get it. But what we don't understand is their lack of communication.
Xcel did shut off power to thousands of people proactively before the storm.
Yeah, they gave customers just a few hours notice before they did so.
We acknowledge where there's opportunities to communicate sooner, and we'll work to do that going forward. We've heard that same feedback that you're conveying. This is a tool of last resort. And so we weren't making a definitive decision. We were seeing the same weather, but we know that that weather is likely to change. And we don't want to necessarily cause unnecessary concern and panic if we're not definitive about taking that step of last resort to turn off power.
The PUC is asking for your feedback on the precautionary power outages so they can decide whether to impose regulations. We have the link to do that in this story on our website, 9news.com.
While the power is still out, that means traffic lights might be out as well. It's been causing problems for drivers. Now, the Boulder County Sheriff's Office is reminding everyone if a stoplight is not working or even if it's flashing, treat it as a four-way stop and just be very careful at those intersections.
Right now, as people clean up from the storm, cities around the metro area are setting up sites for you to drop off tree limbs. Lakewood is taking down tree limbs at the city greenhouse until next Monday. Wheat Ridge is also hosting a free branch drop-off Friday and Saturday at Anderson Park. Now, you do have to prove that you live in these areas. We have all this information about drop-off locations near your home on our website, 9news.com, or you can also text the word WINS to the number on your screen, 303-871-1491. And we're going to text you back with a link to that story. And you can keep up with all of our coverage of this storm, the cleanup, and the ongoing outages on the 9 News app or streaming on 9 News Plus.
It is 6:35 on your Tuesday. This morning, we're getting a better idea of former President Donald Trump's stance on abortion. In a social media post, Trump says he believes abortion laws should be left up to the states, but he did not say what he would do if Congress approved a national ban. New data is showing exactly how women in states with abortion bans feel about it. A new poll from KFF, formerly known as the Kaiser Family Foundation, found most women in those states want abortion to be legal. And then at the national level, an even higher percentage of women want abortion rights protected. The poll also found 1 in 7 women in states with abortion bans say they or someone they know has had trouble getting an abortion. It's been almost 2 years since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Since then, abortion has been banned in 14 states and limited in 11 others. We know this is going to be one of the major issues during the presidential campaign over the next few months. So is student loan debt. And Jordan, we're starting to learn a little bit more about President Biden's plan.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Erica. So President Biden says that this administration, this new plan, would help more than 30 million borrowers. So here's exactly how it all works. It targets federal borrowers who have a certain amount of unpaid interest, 20 years in repayment, or eligible for a certain program but not enrolled in them, and have certain hardships like medical debt. It's more selective than Biden's previous initiative. Last time, the Supreme Court said Biden's plan was too broad, so he hopes this one will move forward.
Too many people feel the strain and stress, wondering if can get married, have their first child, start a family, because even if they get by, they still have this crushing debt. That's not it's not just a drag on them; it's a drag on our local economies. It's a drag on. No, it really is.
It could take months to finalize this, and the plan will likely face legal challenges. Republicans are still against it, saying taxpayers who didn't go to college should not be funding those who did.
6:37 this morning, the Red Rocks concert season is officially in full swing, and new this morning, the famous venue could look a little bit different from maybe the last time you were there.
Yeah, that's right. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live from Red Rocks this morning. Courtney, I think anyone heading out there for their first concert of the season is going to notice a lot of improvements have been made.
Hey, good morning, Jordan and Erica. Yeah, hopefully they do notice some of these improvements. This venue is now 83 years old, and the team here at Red Rocks says it takes a lot of maintenance to keep up with the fan experience. Crews were busy from November to March making all of these improvements. Now, the road on the south side of the venue, if you're familiar with it, has been repaved and parking lines are now in place. There's also a new berm with fencing and lighting, so it'll be safer for people coming up and down from the shows. New water filling stations can be found at the top plaza that was closed for most of last year. You can expect concession stands to be open up there as well this concert season. The top circle parking area was also redone to fix some accessibility issues. Spokesperson for Red Rocks, Brian Kitt, says they've also started to use the Evolve Magnometer system. It's a scanning system meant to make security lines move much faster.
The interesting thing about Red Rocks is it is a self-supporting venue, and so most of the projects that you see taking place here are actually funded. That upkeep is funded by fans who come year after year. So when you buy a beer, when you buy a ticket, when you buy a t-shirt, that money comes back and helps fund these.
And the restaurant here at the venue, the Shiprock Grill, is being reconfigured and expected to open sometime in May. Kitts also tells us that fans can expect more country music than they've ever seen before, as well as classic artists like James Taylor, John Fogerty, and of course, Diana Ross will be here as well. Live at Red Rocks, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
A lot to look forward to at that iconic venue, Courtney. Thank you so much. And we do have a few shows that we're looking forward to this week at Red Rocks. Alesso, EDM DJ, is going to be there Thursday. Friday, Elderbrook, looking ahead to the weekend. Saturday, you can see Liquid Stranger. And then Sunday, the Daybreaker Peace Tour.
And one thing you want to know about the weather is a good look at your weekend, because we got a good looking weekend. 78 degrees on your Saturday with sunny to partly sunny skies. We'll do more of the same on Sunday. How about 76 with lots of sunshine?
And westbound I-70 right now, it's still a mess because of a crash. It looks like a tow truck just arrived on scene. Crews are still on scene. We have Denver police as well blocking that right lane, but it is causing major headaches for drivers. I-70 at Havana Street, the right lane blocked off, and those speed times are slowing down to 14 miles per hour this morning.